Hello, everyone. So, this is an ongoing topic as well as is many things in the news. Once again, we have an E. coli outbreak and it has been spreading. It grows with 177 people now reported sick from ground beef. And so usually when this type of thing happens, people begin to fear that the meat is tainted and you'll have less consumers, customers buying ground beef. And so with that being ground beef, they might look at all the other meats and wonder if it's safe to eat. So this is by out of USA Today, Kelly Tycho. An outbreak of E. coli from tainted ground beef has sickened 177 people in 10 states. The CDC, which is the Center for Disease Control, reported Friday 21 more people than was reported earlier this week. Since the beginning of March 21st, of the 177 people infected with the strain of what is called E. coli is Escherichia coli 0103 have been hospitalized. So the Center for Disease Control and Prevention said this on Friday. No deaths have been reported, at least as of yet. So two companies have recalled ground beef products that were sold to restaurants and institutions because they may be contaminated with E. coli. I believe it is 0103. So the CDC said this on Friday. Investigators continue to trace other sources for ground beef and more products contaminated with the E. coli. And so this is pretty serious, where you don't know what product has it. You just know that let's stay away from the red meat, at least the ground beef that we know of. Investigators continue to trace other sources of this ground beef and more products contaminated with the E. coli that may be also recalled. So this week, K2D Foods recalled about 113,424 pounds of raw ground beef products, and Grant Park Packing recalled about 53,200 pounds of ground beef for concerns that it may be contaminated with the E. coli. So, according to the Department of Agriculture and Food Safety Inspection Service, this is a pretty serious issue. So Kentucky, Tennessee, and Georgia have seen the highest numbers of cases with 65, 52, and 41 respectively. So Tennessee added 11 more cases since Tuesday numbers, and Georgia added 8 more cases, and other infected states have had fewer cases, with Ohio reporting 10 cases, Florida reported 3, Virginia reported 2 cases, and Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, Mississippi each reporting at least 1 case. So it is spreading around. So states are investigating additional illnesses that may or might be a part of this outbreak, the CDC has said. So those sickened have reported eating ground beef at home and in restaurants. So at this point, the CDC is not recommending that consumers avoid just eating ground beef per se. So but the agency is stressing that consumers and restaurants handle ground beef very safely and cook it thoroughly to avoid passing on any illnesses. So, E. coli infection typically occurs 3 to 4 days after you consume the germ. So, the CDC says that severe stomach cramps, diarrhea, and often bloody and vomiting can result after 5 to 7 days. Okay, so the diarrhea could also have, you can have like bloody stool. So in severe cases, patients may get hemolytic uremic syndrome. So it's a type of kidney failure, and that's something that could be life threatening and can cause death. So, however, no case of kidney failure have been reported in connection with this outbreak, officials say. So it's pretty serious situation. So what do you think about this? So among other things, there's also some other issues that come about, and I guess I will report on that in the next video. So, what do you think about that? E. coli, you could be at a restaurant, you don't know if the meat is safe to eat. You could be like maybe at an event, somebody serve you something, or you may buy something from the store thinking that it's safe because you bought it from the store and it could have, in fact, this germ or E. coli in it. Man, it's pretty scary. Thanks for listening.